Good morning, good morning, good morning. Look, I'm on a roll. I am proud of me. If nobody else is proud of me, I am proud of me because you guys know how hard it can be sometimes to get in front of this camera and to stick to what you're supposed to be doing and to say what you need to say and be done with it. But my motivation for you guys today is look, becoming who you need to be, living in your purpose and living in your truth of doing what you're supposed to do and what God told you to do. There is nothing wrong with, when children are young, they're trying to find their way. So they all over the place. They want to be this day, they want to be that the next day. But the older we get, we have to learn where our purpose lie, what we supposed to be doing, what really makes us happy, what really makes us, feel with joy, makes us want to do it. And I always tell people, if you really, and this, they say it, and a lot of people think it's a cliche, but it is the truth. If you do what you desire and you really, really love that, you'll never feel like you're working a day in your life because it's your passion. It's something that you drive to do. It's something that you'll do free if you had to do it. One thing I've learned about living in your purpose and living in your truth, not only do you try to become greater in it, not only do you invest in it, but you do your best, meaning you put your best foot forward. By nature, I've always been a person to encourage people. I've always been a person to push people. I've always been a person to motivate people to look. Stop tripping on yourself. Stop doubting yourself. How can you believe everything everybody else got going on can happen, but you cannot believe that you can conquer what you're trying to conquer? All life is a process of sitting down, eliminate the do's from the don'ts to the will. That's all it is. You sit down and you process in your mindset if it's possible. And we already know anything with God is possible. There is nothing that's impossible, right? So if I want to run this business, right, I want to work this job, but I don't feel like I have the qualifications. On every job in America, no matter what you got a degree in, no matter who you are, you will be trained on the job. And even those jobs that don't really train you, if you just watch the process of how it goes, you will learn how to move, how to maneuver, and how to even become greater than what you came in the door as. Half of the time, most of the time I've had a job, I end up being more knowledgeable than the person that was supposed to be my boss or the person that was supposed to be over me. It wasn't nothing to brag about. It was just that one thing about me, I'm going to learn. I'm going to process what I'm learning, and I'm going to watch those around me who are in a higher position so I can see what they are doing. Because no matter what you do, you always want to gravitate to somebody that's already doing it, and somebody's doing it bigger than you, somebody that's doing it greater than you. Because if you starting from the bottom, I want that person that already don't make the mistakes, help me not make the mistakes you didn't make. Help me be greater than what I am, because I don't know it all. Even in all the businesses that I run and all the stuff that I do, I never know everything. If I go into a client house and they may clean something different than the way I clean it, I never, go be combative. I never go toe to toe. No, that's not gonna work. This works, and I'm telling you this work. Whatever they ask me, I'm gonna try it. They might know something I have not tried, and I might know something they have not tried. So it's all a process of really where you want to go in life and what you want to be. If you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you want to be a policeman, don't let people psych you out of being what you want to be. Now, I feel like this: everything is not for everybody. When you see clips in the news where you see teachers who mishandle children, or teacher who do things that out of line with teaching in their degrees, that's kind of hindsight, that people that wanted to do it for the look and the facade, but of course they obviously didn't have the ministry in them, because there is no way that you can encounter having a personal relationship with a child or even harming a child with education. You should go in with the mindset that I gotta love this child as much as I love my child. And I also have to always see this child as a child. That's why I say, in whatever you do, whatever you're trying to climb, if it's not where you want to be and you want to learn more, get yourself in front of these devices that you own: YouTube University, TikTok World, Pinterest, and educate yourself. Sit down and take notes and go over them over and over and over again until you get there. Everybody start off rough. Everybody start off rough. I remember reading a documentary one time about Michael Jordan. I was talking to my son about this. I remember reading a documentary when I was younger about Michael Jordan. I used to be a Michael Jordan fan, y'all. I was a fanatic for Michael Jordan, Michael Vick, the Michaels. I was a fanatic, sports fanatic. I was LeBron. I mean, LeBron was okay. I like LeBron, but I ain't like LeBron like I like the Kobe. I'm just gonna be honest. To each his own. But I said that to say this: when Michael was playing in high school, I don't know if a lot of people know, because a lot of people know you in your greatness. But I wonder how many people really know that he was benched. How many people know that he was rejected from the team for several years before he even got to show his greatness? A lot of times it's not because you don't know what you know. It's not even because you're not as great as you think you are. Some people will not place you where you need to be because of intimidation. Some people want you to make it, but they don't want you to make it bigger than what they are. So you also have to be careful of that, because a lot of times when people move funny and do weird stuff, it ain't all the time got nothing to do with you. Sometimes it's mental. It's something they dealing with. Don't stop your greatness. He never stopped dribbling the ball. He never stopped aiming for the stars. And look at him now. So when I tell you that whatever you want to conquer, you will conquer it. I'm speaking this, I'm claiming this with you, and I know it would happen. You can do it. Don't let little small little nuggets in the road stop you from being who you're supposed to be. Don't let little hiccups distract you and sidebar you and have you, okay, well, maybe my person ain't, really supporting me in this, so I'm not gonna do it. So I'm just gonna, sit here and lay up and be booed up. And that's not you. That's not you at all. That's when you take your little self and you work even harder and you keep pushing. And like I said, some people don't want to see you and promote you and celebrate you until it's popular to celebrate you. It does not mean you get where you going and you say, aha, I told you so. No, you just keep elevating and you show them, baby, the whole time it wasn't you that I needed, but I needed God to remind me of who I was. I needed God to remind me of what my purpose was. My purpose was to get up every morning and get to it. Because when nobody coming to save me, when nobody gonna feel sorry for you, because everybody, listen to me here, everybody got a sad story. Everybody got a testimony. There's a lot of people that started from the bottom and they haven't reached the top. What's your excuse from not doing what you doing? If you can get on Facebook and you can post about crazy stuff and you can be in everything and in the mix of everybody's situation but your own, that's a problem. You see something wrong with every situation in everybody else's life but your own. That's a problem. Becoming who you need to be and becoming who God wants you to be hits in a whole different ballpark. I always tell people, stay in your lane, baby. Stay in your lane. Ain't no traffic in your lane, because you're doing what's meant for you to do. I got my children, you have your children. I may not raise my children the way you raise your children, and I'm not knocking what you're doing, but I'm saying that's not my story. That's not my cross to bear. I had the set that I have, and you had the set that you have in life. It ain't always gonna be A, B, C, D, E, F. It ain't always gonna be that way. Sometimes it's gonna be seriously like a jumble. It's gonna be all discombobulated. It's gonna be all mixed up. And even gonna be some days that you wake up that you totally confused or you totally perplexed on what's going on in your life. You don't even know what to do. You stuck. You stagnant. You feel like everything you do is not working for you. Does that mean give up? No. It may mean take a break because you're getting stressed and you're getting discouraged. But does it mean give up? No, ma'am, no, sir. What that means is, okay, devil, you got me yesterday, but you won't get me today. So in times that I felt burnout or I felt lazy or I felt procrastination, I didn't stop. In my mindset, first off, I had to figure out why I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And if I really want God to bless me in the realm of what I'm doing right here, it seems like I might need to get to working, because ain't nobody gonna go out there and hold a banner and say, red design clothes, red do this, and red do motivation speaking. I have to do the work. Faith without works, it ain't gonna happen, people. Let's just be realistic. It ain't no trick to it. They can sell a million courses. They can tell you how to do this, how to do it's simple. The Bible is the best manual you gonna buy, and I promise you, it ain't $5.99. I promise you, it ain't even $4.99. The Bible tells you faith without works is dead. If you do not do the work, you're not gonna reciprocate the benefits of what you're trying to do. Get up and do it. You're trying to become a hairdresser, but you don't want to do nobody hair unless you feel like it, or you want to become a hairdresser and you want people to take you serious, but you're only booking your friends and your family. Don't say you want to be a hairdresser. Just do your family hair. That's a hobby you like. That's something you're gifted at, that you just want to take care of the family. Don't promote what you're not going to walk in. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to actually walk in it, you're going to cook. Stop feeling bad if people criticize you and they tell you something is wrong. Don't feel bad if people criticize you in no type of business, because part of growing is part of taking criticism. And I do believe as much as given, as much as required. I'm not upset that somebody probably went and had a bad experience at a restaurant and they, post how they, that's up at that very moment. It's up to you if you decide, I'm going to take this wisdom and I'm going to grow from it, or I'm going to take this and I'm going to feel like they throwing shots and trying to be funny. Because the very time you clap back and it's unnecessary and it could have been damage control, you could have went in, said your little nice business gesture, I'm sorry, I'm going to make it right and we're going to move forward from here. Is there something that I could do for you to make your next experience more beautiful? Whether it be a discount, whether it be a meal on the house, you never go back to back with the enemy when you're in business and you're growing in life. That's really what the enemy wants. He coming to kill, steal, and destroy. And if you give him a platform, baby, I promise you, he ain't gonna have no problem taking those stands. That's why you see so many businesses open and you see them closing. If you want to grow, you're gonna have to first off, you're gonna have to humble yourself down. You're never up here. I don't care how good and how big God make me. I've never arrived. I'm never at the top. For every single solitary day, every single solitary moment, I'm growing. I'm studying. I'm saying, okay, God, I can do this better. I can do that better. I can talk better. I can treat this person better. There's been times that I've had an attitude that I had to go back and say, you know what? I apologize. That wasn't even for you. It really wasn't. That wasn't for you. Something happened before I got here and it just transitioned over into here. And I don't want you to think that that was targeted to you. It's called growth. It ain't nothing wrong with growth. It seems like the older we get, we supposed to get to that point that we don't have a problem with correcting ourselves. We don't have a problem taking accountability. Some folks, the biggest thing that's going to stop them in life, I don't care what they're doing. They can work a 9 to 5. They can be a regular human being. They can be a grandmama, a wife, a friend. Is accountability. If you cannot take accountability for what you've done and who you've become, baby, how you want me to like you and you can't even be honest with the you that's you? It starts with the simple stuff. And that's why I always keep saying, and I keep motivating you guys, and I keep telling y'all, it ain't no special sauce. It's literally just waking up, being you, being authentically you. And some people say, I don't care what they tell y'all. There is a trick to it. Okay, what's the trick? Because I'm listening to what you saying and I see your views and you might be getting money, but let's just tell the truth. You got a whole lot of other stuff going on over here that you're not telling people that really help you reach success. After you obtained the money over here, you took that and you invested it and you packaged it in something else. So it's not that the formula did not work. It's just that you want to sell yourself to make people think this is the only formula that works. It's always more than one way to skin a cat. It's always more than one way to get to a destination. My GPS may tell me one way, but I just went on a trip the other day and I said to myself, I ain't never been this way. My GPS took me a whole total different way and I still got the end result coming home. So this world and this way of success and life, it does not, success don't always have to be monetary. Success could be just, I'm better than what I was. I got a better attitude and a better outlook on life than what I used to have. That alone is a blessing. That alone will get you where you're going. That alone will put you in rooms you really don't even want to be in. A lot of people have an issue with growth. A lot of people have an issue with being honest with their position. And then you got those people, this is what I call power struggle. And this is what we're dealing with in America right now. Because I'm in a certain position, I feel like I can do whatever I want to do. It doesn't matter if it hurt people. It doesn't matter if it, hurt people. It doesn't matter if people lack. It doesn't matter if I'm really messing up people's homes. It doesn't matter if at the end of the day, this is not going to be beneficial for America, but I'm going to do it because of who I am and I feel like I got the right to do it. That's how a lot of jobs work. You get a job, you get hired, and you think you got one manager. But before it's all said and done, everybody your manager. Everybody trying to tell you what to do. Everybody trying to tell you how to do it, but you was hired up under one manager or one supervisor. That's why you have to learn jobs, dealing with these different people, these different spirits. Humble yourself. Be wise enough to know that every negative and every crazy situation is not because you did something wrong. Sometimes it's literally because you are doing something right. When you got people that don't like you and you know I don't even know them. Like I don't know you. I see you, but I don't know you. And people get offended when I say that because I was born in a small town. And I moved away and I went to New York for many, many, many years. Then I got married and I lived in Virginia. Then I came back like 27, 28 years later, right? When I came back to Georgia, people that, know of my family or know of my siblings or my mom, they always say, yes, you do. You know this person. So you're going to make me know this person. I don't. I know of them, but I don't know them. So I have to explain to people there's a difference. To know someone facial and to know somebody by, their identity or their name does not mean I know them. I know of them. But nobody can't tell you about me unless they mentally, physically have been in my presence and we cool like that. And we've had a conversation. Like, I don't know these people. Most people didn't even know my name was Tarnisha for years. They thought my nickname was my real name. My own family didn't know my real name because everybody called me by my nickname. So when my family, I had one of my cousins call me one time at work and he said my nickname and my boss said, who? And he's like, oh, y'all might call her something start with a T. They didn't know because in my life growing up when I was younger, I had always lived a sealed life. Like I was kind of private. I didn't really do the, hey, I miss y'all. How y'all doing? I ain't do the check-ins every day. And it was nothing towards my family. It just was I was living. Life was life. And when you get older, sometimes that happen. But it does not mean that you change who you are. If what you was born into is not where you want to be and people think you are trying to be better than where you come from, no, you just let them know where I came from is not where I'm going to. This is not my final destination. I love y'all, but my purpose is higher than this. You ain't really shouldn't have to really explain that, but it's sad and it's weird, but you do. You really do. Because some people they will think because you're carrying yourself, because you may be, doing something different. You may not hang out no more. You may isolate yourself a certain period of the time of the day in the week to study because you're trying to finish a course or you're trying to go to school. And because your homies ain't going to school, oh, they think they smarter than us or they think they better than us. Man, we all from the same hood. Yeah, you could all be from the same hood. But even Michael Vick had to learn everybody that grew up with you, your crew, your A1s might not be your day ones for real. Who you grew up with, that's what it was. That's the season that it was. These are my friends. It's my crew. We hang together, but different dollars. Listen to me. Different dollars and different levels cause for a total different set of friends. Our morals ain't even on the same level. In the Bible, it talks about that. I don't care in what it is. It's hard to really be around somebody who have nothing going for themselves, have no plans going on in their life, and they trying to hang with somebody who is trying to, I'm talking about beat the doors of greatness down, trying to be somebody, determined to be somebody. And everybody got something crazy to say, but don't understand that this person is only trying to serve their purpose and they are actually doing well at it. And it's a problem because I won't downsize who I am for you. Doesn't make me think I'm better than you. Just mean I grew up. In that season, I was young. I did a lot of foolish stuff. I probably did some stuff I had no business doing. But in this season, this is who I am. Whether you respect it or not, you can't stop what God has for people from happening. Your like, your comment ain't gonna stop God from where He pushing people to be. That's just you and your emotions, and they gonna let you have that. And the whole time that they're becoming great, you're gonna be still there with your lip poked out, making subliminal posts that nobody cares about. Most of the time when I see posts and I see people on these posts and they have like 100 and 200 likes and views and comments, and I say to myself, you know what's the weird part? This person needed a cup of water up. This person needed something. None of them folks will bring it. None of them will be there. It's all because mess. The enemy likes distractions. The enemy likes confusion. But I have to oftentimes remind myself, even sometimes when there's something going on and on and on social media, like if I make a post, somebody don't agree with me, you already know how they come out the side of their neck. And y'all, I used the clap black queen. I'm sorry, don't come for me. I don't know you. We on an app and we're both giving our opinions. And when this one woman she kept talking, she kept talking. I said, baby girl, are you still chatting about something that we chatted about 5 hours ago? I've moved forward. I hope you have a good day. Because I'm not there no more. I don't know you from a can of paint, and surely you don't know me, and it wasn't even directed to you. You're nibbling in somebody else's business. Baby, go be great. You have to drop people off where they got you messed up at. Like, we ain't finna you. I'm not finna give you this much time of me. I don't know you. I'm not gonna be stuck right here. There is so much other things that's more important than keep on trying to pacify folks. Keep on trying to be who folks want you to be. Keep on trying to prove to people, I don't think I'm better than you. I hang out with you, but I'm still trying to serve my purpose, and it don't ever mix, because that's not what God wants you to be. When He delivered you and said, come out of there, He wanted you to leave, like not go back. Say, hey, we Gucci, be cordial, but He did not want you to go keep mixing up with the same foolishness that had you just, twirling. You wasn't becoming the person He wanted you to become. You wasn't pouring out the greatness He wanted you to pour out. You wasn't using your gift. You gifted. Your friends probably ain't got nothing going on but smoking, drinking, kickbacks, getting high, and you gifted. Could have been on the other part of the globe, but you still stuck trying to make people love you because you want them to think you ain't better than them. Oh, I'll stay down here to your level because I don't want you to talk about me. No, you have to come up out of that. We may be cool and I may really, really like you, but I don't move through life the way you move through life anymore. I don't got nothing against you. I have no ill will for you, and I wish you the best. But that's not what I do anymore. I don't wear my stripes. I don't wear my devilish. I don't wear all the foolishness that I thought was cute. But when God delivered me to better, I did better. And when you know better, you do better. And there's no way that I want God to bless me in my next realm of life and be stuck on what I got delivered from. So it is what it is, and it won't be what it won't be. Now, if you still want to be cool with me, so when I come around, we can kick it, we can conversate, but there's a certain level where I gotta exit. That's not my stop no more. It does not mean that you have to prove to people why you're doing what you're doing. You just have to stay focused on finishing what you started. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it scared. I'm going to do it broke. I'm going to do it sometimes not feeling like it. I'm going to do it sometimes depressed. I'm going to do it sometimes not knowing all the answers. I'm going to do it sometimes kind of confused. I'm going to do it perplexed. I'm going to do it even when I don't want to do it because I know what I'm pushing towards. It ain't for everybody, but it is for somebody. So until you've arrived, and we've never all the way arrived, until you have arrived where God wants you to be, stop downsizing yourself for those around you. Stop doing it. I always say that funerals and weddings are two celebrations I can't stand. Why? Because you have people that want to come to celebrate with you who was not even happy for you. And at funerals, you have more people crying and hollering who never even checked on you while you was breathing in this world. But now everybody come from far and near to wear my face on a shirt. And baby, when I was alive, you couldn't stand me for real in real life. I mean, let's just be real. It's okay to be authentic and be real. And sometimes people that don't show up don't mean that they don't love you. They're just trying to survive this thing called life. Because I tell people all the time when this person, I feel this type of way because they didn't come and they didn't support me. And I have to tell people, wait a minute. Wait. You had something going on at this point and you're upset because they didn't come to support you. But at the end of the day, did you let them know ahead of time so they could make the necessary arrangements to take off of their job to make that time to actually support you? You can't assume that people know when they don't know. And you can't assume people to just call out when they need their money because whether they like you or love you, them bills still gonna roll. They don't care if we sick. They don't care if we have crippled. COVID happened. I ain't hear nobody say they ain't get no bills in the mail. They still came and they came on time. Life be life, and so stop taking things personal and stop thinking people are doing stuff just to, oh, they got it out for me. No, it's not about you. Sometimes it's just not about you. It's really about them leveling up and trying to grow and become the adult they need to be. And sometimes people just don't like to be on the scene of certain stuff no more. It just does not mix with their character. So who they're becoming and who they were is conflicting, because I used to be a whole fool, but now I try to think before I react, because sometimes reacting first will cost me, and I can't afford to lose that. What I'm going towards, I can't afford to lose my character and my dignity, because I got things going on that you may not have going on. So when you see my face or you see me and you wonder why, like, this girl don't play, but in this certain circumstances, I may dust off my shoulder and be like, okay, whatever, you got it, you got that. But we know in real life you don't. That's a person who's growing to their next. That's a person who's becoming greater than what they want to be, because I'm walking in my purpose. It's just simple. It's not for everybody to understand, and they're not going to understand, and you are not going to be able to convince them. People thought process and mind just does not operate the same. That's why when you date somebody, and let's just say that you're trying to build and you're trying to have more than what you got, and you even trying to make this pretty picture relationship that y'all not like them and y'all gonna do good and this and the third. Sometimes men, and this is for men and women, sometimes the person does not want to be posted just to say I'm with them. Sometimes that's to help them understand, I used to be out here a whole thought in the street. Or I used to be out here just because I knew I could get it, I could get them. But now, because I'm situated in my mental to understand, I don't need but one person. One person jumping on my nerves is enough. So sometimes that deliverance is for them, and people don't even get it. They still think it's something connected to it. Oh, they do too much on social media. Ain't nobody got it. You right, ain't nobody got to, but most people that don't, there's something behind it. Trust me and believe me when I tell you. And it be the main ones with this relationship advice. They got the trashiest, garbage relationship. You're gonna learn to live and grow in your own truth. Be you. Don't be relationship goals, business goals, life goals. You don't know what that person went through that you trying to fight to get. You better be careful what you're putting in the atmosphere, because life and death is in the tongue. And God bless America when it happened. Will you be ready for what you've requested and you don't even know the stuff that comes with it? I just want to be me. I just want to be relevant. I just want to grow from what I used to be. I used to be a whole mess, and there's some things now I'm asking God to grow me up from. Because me, my mouth is horrible, especially when I get upset. But I tell God, you know what, God, you fixing everything else. You're growing me on all other entities. You going to fix this. I got faith that you're going to fix it. And whatever it is that caused me to come out of character, you're going to either deal with that or you're going to deal with me, because I can go from 0 to 1,000 real quick. And it used to be worse, but I'm growing and I'm understanding you ain't got no points to prove. When I say what I say, I mean what I say. And that's the end of it. I don't have to go back and forth. I don't have to use choice words. And when I do, I be like, I really didn't have to say it like that. I could have said this and it could have came out different. That's the growth that I'm asking God to help me. So we all stand in the gap of needing something, but keep moving forward until you get to greatness, until you get to, okay, I'm where I want to be. And I'm finally arriving. And I feel like I've conquered the enemy and his plot for my life. So now I can walk in my new. Until you get there, you keep showing up where you at. Don't worry about them judging you. Don't worry about them talking. They don't know. Trust me, they don't know. And even what you see going on in their life is not as crystal clear and not as realistic as you think it is. I always tell people, I used to tell my children when they used to go visit their fathers when they were little, staying the night and living with the person is totally different. Staying the night, I'm going to make sure you feel like a guest. I'm going to make sure that you think it's all joy over here. I'm going to make sure it's okay, 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 okay. But living with, the real deal Holyfield comes out, and it shows you the real McCoy. And it ain't what you think it's gonna be. That's why a lot of times when you in relationships before people actually, come together, oh, I love him. He the best thing since Jesus came. And when you move in, you're like, who did I meet? And what am I in? But it can be a good thing. And I know biblically they say, don't do this and the third. I get that. Okay, well, this is not that right now. But it could be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. The good thing is you learn the person. And if there is something you need to work on before marriage, it gives you the opportunity to work on it before you walk down the aisle telling these people y'all in love. And then you get married and you move in together and you be like, oh no, I'm not in love. I'm in divorce court. Let's go. Life will grow you up quickly. Hold on to your goals. Hold on to your grind. Hold on to your motivation. Whatever it is that every day is your why, hold on to it. Hold on to it. You don't have to explain it, and it don't have to make sense to them. Who are them? Them not paying your bills. Them are not making sure you're good. More than anything, endow in what God has for you, and that's greater than where you are right now. It's not meant for us to struggle. Not when it's so easy now to become successful if you really want it. Now, if you don't want it, that's cool. You still can be a great person. You still can be an individual that become this person that gravitates good energy. But if you don't mess up the people that's trying to grow. Don't destroy the people that's trying to get somewhere. Because everybody ain't ready to die and see Jesus. I mean, doing no foolishness. Everybody just ain't ready to go that way. So, I always tell people it's greatness in living right. It's a blessing in doing what God has planned for you. You can write a whole vision board. And if God take his erase marker and say, this ain't that, that's just what it's going to be. And there is nothing you can say or do. So don't despise the small things. God will level you up in whatever you're trying to master in this world to be greater, to walk in your purpose, and to grow from where you came from. Just because you was born in it does not mean you have to die in it. If you desire more, you will have more, but it's yours for the asking and it's yours for the doing. God is not going to drop something in your lap and you don't want it. Like you got to want it, right? You got to want to be great. You got to want to do something different than what you used to do. It's on you. Have a good day. And until our next video, I thank y'all for coming to be a part of my little world and my little talk. And I'm starting to feel more comfortable. Eventually I will come up with my niche and my thing. Well, I already know my niche. My niche is gonna be motivating and pushing y'all to greatness. I already know that. I ain't nothing else I want to talk about. I don't ever want to be on a bandwagon or talking about money every day because the love of money could be evil. God gonna give and take care of you regardless. Just walk in your purpose, walk in your plan. So the money will come with all that. So I really don't want to just be on a bench and talking about money every day. I ain't never been that person, and no matter what God gives me, I still ask Him to instruct me, even on every dollar I get, because I ain't got it all together. I don't have the finances to just be out here buying little random stupid stuff. And even when God overflows my cup, I still want Him to balance my life in my book. You hear me? So until later, I will talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for coming to be a part of my YouTube world. It gets greater later, y'all. Thank y'all. See you later.